Subscribe the channel for latest updates. Press the bell icon. Get ready for the dictation. At the count of 3, 2, 1, start. It was such a room as one might expect to find in one of the great houses built in a past age, but no one could possibly expect to see anything of the kind in such a place. The room was priceless, for many of the objects could not be found for a second time, and so the brothers spent their evenings and weekends among their much loved objects of art and tried to make still more perfect that which was already perfection. It was not often, as we have said, that Mr. Wells left his house with neither his brother nor Miss Black in it. But on that night he had done so. Work had kept him late in the city, and his brother had not been well and had gone away to have a small but necessary operation. Miss Black had left at 5:30 as usual. Mr. Wells read his paper while waiting for the 8:45 train home, but the train was late in starting as there was some mist in places along the line, and it stopped several times before reaching his station. He got out and walked towards his home. The mist in the air seemed to have a red touch, he thought, as he walked on. Then he had a feeling of fear, of cold fear, for without doubt something was on fire, something was burning. He broke into a run and then he stopped. After all, it was not his house that was on fire, his own most beautiful and loved house. It was the house immediately behind his. But at the moment of his fear, he saw his life clearly for the first time. He saw that he had spent his years loving cold and lifeless objects. He saw that he loved no living being and that no living being loved him or cared that he was late home that night, that he was cold and had known fear. After the coldness of the winter months, the lovely days of April, May, and June call to us and ask us to go out and see the beautiful countryside. During the long winter, the countryside has been resting and waiting for the warmth of summer to make it colorful once more. Some people feel that the countryside is more beautiful in the cold days of winter than it is in the heel of summer. When the leaves have fallen, the view is wider, details show up more quickly, more clearly, and the rivers are full. These are plain facts, of course, but the truth is that most of us like the countryside of the summer more than that of the winter. We like the warmth more than the cold, and we like to see the fields full of the color that summer brings. And so we go out. We leave behind our TV and our books, and off we go. We are light of hurt and happy, and the open country is before us. Is it possible in these days, however, to get right into the heart of the country, not only to see it, but to hear it and to understand it in the way that the writer of the story of my heart, life of the fields and the open air did? It does not seem very likely that it is possible because there are so many people in so many motor cars, all trying to find the happiness of the countryside at the same time.